This is probably premature considering CS3 has only semi-recently released in English with no sign of CS4 on the trail ahead, but if you're like me and most fans, you're expecting to get Calvard games at some point. Now that I've got a fairly firm grasp on Zemiria, I've decided to talk about some things I hope to see and some things I'm dreading in the eventual Calvard series. This is going to be light spoilers for the Sky Trilogy and Crossbill games, so do yourself a favor and play those and then come back to me. My least most pressing fear, which I guess we'll dub Fear 3, is that the MC is Lloyd. Again. If you haven't played the Crossbill games, then you might not know what I'm talking about, but Lloyd and Reen have the same personality. This snuck up on me because it didn't click for me that Lloyd and Reen were interchangeable until I noticed Lloyd stealing all of Reen's moves. Harem hijinks with every party member, being a do-gooder shonen protag who loves giving speeches, starting out as a stand-up guy and staying a stand-up guy. I enjoyed Reen, don't get me wrong, but I didn't want to play the guy all over again in Zero and Azure. There's not a whole ton of character there to explore between the two of them especially, and even though I haven't played it yet, I'm doubting Reen's base personality has evolved outside of becoming more serious in the future games. As long as the central character is someone we haven't played as, I'll be satisfied. Hope 3, which I guess we can go ahead and number these. Jazzed up orbment systems. When Cold Steel was the entirety of my experience with this series, the customization wasn't super memorable to me. Stick fire quartz into fire slots and go nuts with the rest of them. Got it. Going backwards to FC took some expanded thinking on my part, but it was really unique the way orbments used to work. Now, a lot of aspects of the old way were indefensibly bad. There is no reason orbments like Zines or Josettes or Noels should ever exist, but if they can blend the two, I think it could be interesting, or at least more interesting than how it currently is in Cold Steel. Fear 2. Completely busted difficulty. I play on hard, and after playing every single game available in some form or fashion in English, I can definitively conclude that there is a downward slide in difficulty. Surprise, surprise, right? FC is easier than SC, which in my experience was the most difficult game, but the third is easier than that, and Zero easier than that, and Azure easier than that. Thanks, Burst. You get the idea. If hard could feel like hard throughout the game and not just at the beginning, that'd be great. But if they could figure out a way to do that without giving all the Chapter 3 and later bosses obnoxious self-healing abilities, that'd be the golden outcome. I don't have very much faith in Falcom for this one. Hope 2. Even one actual buy option? You've got Cecile shipping Lloyd with literally everyone in the SSS, and Wazi coming on to half the people he interacts with, and Lloyd 1.0 being able to invite anyone to the intimate events and the entirety of Olivier, but the protags can only actually be romantic with the girls. My impression is that teasing it makes it more popular, and outright making a protag bi would invite blowback. Yeah, we know how that goes. Don't get me wrong, of all the things on this list that aren't going to happen, this one isn't going to happen the most, but maybe one day we'll be able to be bromos. Abyss. And my most prominent fear, the complete mishandling of the racist party member. We all know we're gonna get one. Trails is not the first JRPG to have a racism analog in its series. All I'm asking for is that Falcom is more like Atlas with Lisa, cue no one knowing what I'm talking about, rather than Insys with Dusker. Cause I do not want to sit through the racist being all, boo-hoo, this one Easterner killed my family, and the Easterner going, there. Or being stone-faced. In fact, if the racist party member is a waifu, that's immediate negative points in my book. Not that looking like Shinon would fix it, but still. And my most prominent hope is that Kiliko will be a party member. This is far and away what I'm most excited about, especially because it'd be crazy if it weren't the case. We learned a lot about Kilika's backstory already in SC, but I'd still be interested to actually be able to play as her, even if it's reminiscent of how Instructor Sarah was a party member and that you gotta wait a little bit for it to happen. She's already a part of the Rocksmith Agency, which are no doubt Calvard's Bracer analogs, so she's a shoo-in to have a central role. I'm imagining her having like a unique Master Quartz and being able to show off some new Taito skills and deftly navigate the tumultuous political landscape and hopefully get a better love interest than Walter. I think for right now, that's all that really comes to mind. I don't know, maybe after playing CS3, I'll have more things that I want to see and more things I don't want to see, but for right now, I don't think my hopes and fears were too incendiary, but if you managed to stick with me through all of them, I do want to say I greatly appreciate it. I am curious about what everyone else may want or may not want out of Calvard games, so share if you're so inclined in the comments.